Hey guys, thanks for joining again. This is a campfire edition here in Kenya. So I guess today we wanted to tell a little bit more about the campus, the hospital campus here. So obviously there's a hospital as well as a church, but then we also have a primary school and then a school of medical sciences. And so today I kind of want to talk a little bit more about the primary school itself. So the school started back in like 91, 92. And essentially it was born out of necessity. So some of the hospital workers, they were missionaries from overseas, but then obviously the families that were here as well too, they wanted to have some place to send their children for schooling. And so they created a school for pretty much the hospital workers. And eventually that need was opened up to just having enrollment for the community as well too. So back in 91, 92, they started with, I think, 12 students. And today, the school actually has 503 students. So quite a big school. The school itself is called Ruby Kraft because Dr. Kraft, he was one of the chief medical officers that were here, and he was kind of running the hospital. And his wife, Ruby Kraft, she unfortunately passed away. I believe she was here in Kenya and she passed away. So in her memory, in her honor, the school was named after her. So the school itself, there is, like I said, a primary and a junior secondary school. So, and it's a boarding school as well too. So all the students that are, I think, either class 3 and older, they have an opportunity to stay here. So there's a boys dormitory and a girls dormitory. And I think I mentioned before that the boys dormitory actually burned down. So we are actually able to have a brand new boys dormitory that was just like the most recently built building. So it was just like, it worked out perfectly, you know. It was just like God's timing where it burned down, but we essentially had this dormitory available within a few short weeks after it burned down. So the students are here pretty much all day, especially the boarders. And, you know, the girls' dormitory actually is right pretty much across the street from our house. And so we hear them, you know, up and moving around probably like 5 o'clock in the morning. And they're going back and forth. And they actually allow them to stay in the classroom pretty much till like 9:30. And I think it's kind of like a homeroom slash like you could do your homework, but, you know, a place to have the students be kind of until the end of the day. And so they're pretty much in class like all day. They have them busy all day. So um, we hear them kind of doing the different activities. And because there's so many students in the school, instead of having them all come to one church plus the regular members, it'll be too much. So we actually have our own. Ruby Craft has their own church service, and it's pretty cool to see because normally, like in the United States, we have like maybe one Sabbath a quarter, which is like, you know, children's Sabbath, right? And so we have all the children's ministries take care of the different services. But here, obviously, in Ruby Crafts, you have all the students pretty much doing all aspects of the church service, which is cool to see young people so involved, doing everything. So normally, for most Sabbaths, actually our family joins them for church service. You know, we're able to help out a little bit. Sherry and the girls, they help out with like a Sabbath school class, the younger kids. And then, you know, sometimes they'll ask me to like speak for Sabbath for the message. So it's, you know, we do what we can to help them out. But it's just cool to see, obviously, you know, supporting like Adventist education here. And of course, you know, it's a good ministry opportunity. You know, obviously we have, you know, our church members sending their children here, but then also, you know, it's a good, the students, they perform well academically here in Kenya. So it's a good opportunity for people that are not familiar with the church, not familiar with like, you know, the gospel message, to be able to be exposed to that. And while at the same time receiving, you know, just excellent like academic education as well too. So it's a good ministry opportunity. But yeah, just wanted to kind of share a little bit more about that today. I guess we will see you next time. Thanks for listening. Bye.